I was sent a pair of shears from a sharpener. Henry, I think I've talked about him before. And this is how he sent them, just loose in here. Which, even if you need to wrap them in something, or at least tie a string around them. I mean, at the minimum, before you send them back. So I don't know if these are ones he's come across that he couldn't sharpen, or if they're ones he tried and had a problem with, but I can already see some issues with these. Centrix 500. That means they're supposed to be 5 inches. I haven't heard from him. I'm not going to give him all the blame from this, but I get some of the most interesting things from him. So this is 5-inch ruler. Or, well, it's a 12-inch ruler, but it's 5 inches here where my finger is. This is a Centrix 500, which is supposed to be 5 inches. They don't include the finger rest in that. So that goes here. Look at that. That has a whopping 1/2 inch, almost a 1/2 inch. Shorter. Yeah, 1/2 inch. Shorter than what it's supposed to be. It's stub nose. It's also has a gap between the tips. The tip is burnt, which means it was overheated. I'll show you that in a second. I certainly hope this is how he found them and just didn't know how to do it, but a gap at the tip. Do you see how that's discolored at the tip? That was burnt from overheating when they were sharpened. That's why if you're doing something like this, you may want to use water. It's scratchy. It's not rounded off well. See how it's squared off? And the bumper is gone. I don't know if we can bend the handle on these Centrix. It's got, yeah, you see, can you see the rod line is more up the back than on the edge? It's burnt, discolored at the tip. These, if someone gave me these, I would walk away. Let's see how they cut. We know the tip's not going to cut. Yeah, they don't cut at all because the edges don't come together. If you look here at the light back and forth, but there's like a little white line from here to here. That's a different angle than up here. And it's also got some nicks back in here. If I didn't know this person, I'd think he was sending them to me as a joke. I had another sharper sent me a pair of shears as a joke one time. And that he knew I couldn't fix. Oh. They're somewhere here in the envelope. I need to show them to you. Maybe I'll do a video on them. I'm going to attempt. I can't remember whether Centrix you can't bend the handle or not. This one says Korea. The ones that say Taiwan, you definitely can't. This one I might be able to. So it would be nice if I could bend the handle out. Because if I bend the handle out this way, then those tips could come together. And I can just leave that bumper alone because there's not any room to take anything off the bumper. In fact, look at here. Can you see that? They've removed metal here to try to bring those tips together. I mean, they knew what the problem was, or he did. So I'm going to try to bend the handle. Now, you see how that makes like an arrow? So if I want to bend the handle going out, that's how I'm going to put it in here. And this is not, I'm holding this real awkward because that's not the way I normally hold it. And I'm going to squeeze this really, really gently. And if I don't feel it move, I'm going to stop. I don't feel it moving. Okay, that would have been the easiest way to fix it. I'm just afraid I'll break the handle and then that's the end of it. So there's no more to remove off of here. I'm going to have to shorten it even more. the blade is probably out of alignment. Well, let's see what we're going to do with it. Don't overthink it. Just get it to cut. You're not going to get it to slide cut. Maybe you can get it good enough to cut coupons or something out of the newspaper. Do people still cut coupons out of the newspaper? I think that's obsolete now. I used to work for the newspaper, and I'm kind of glad I don't anymore. First thing I'm going to do is shorten it beyond where the tips don't come together. And it's already overheated, so I'm putting water here, getting my waste. And if I get the light just so I can see when I've shortened it. And shorten it's going to take it beyond where it's discolored. There's already the gaps gone. So now I want to round it off. I'm going to set my clamp pretty blunt. I'm setting it at 35. And my goal here is just make them cut. Just make them cut. I'm still staying at the flat plate, 100 micron. I'm not going to try to worry about a rod line. I'm not going to try to worry about convex in them. I got a nice big old burr. Man, I took off almost too much at the tip. Let's go with something smoother. Let's see, what do I have in here? 600 grit. And it's definitely a beveled edge, but that's not bothering me. Try to cut it off on a paper towel. That cuts the paper towel. Oh, it's still got a gap at that tip. Need to take some more off there. Let's see if it cuts tissue. Cuts dry tissue. Didn't cut dry tissue before. Let's see if it cuts hair. Folds the hair. But the screw's loose. I'm going to tighten my screw. Work on that tip some more. Now, I usually give a 30-day warranty on my sharpening. I think Jay, my son-in-law, who's here local, gives a 2-week warranty on the sharpening, like a no drop. Even if you drop it, it's still, we'll resharpen it. If we're going behind somebody else's bad sharpening like this one, I mean, somebody really half-inch shorter than what it's supposed to be, you just try to make it cut enough that maybe they could use this on kids' hair. I'm rounding this off. So this kids' hair, maybe they do men. This would be like to get the hair out of their ears, which you wouldn't want it to pull at the tip. Sure, you're cutting the hair in their ears. But that would be about the best thing to use for these shears because they're now 4.5. Still pulls at the tip. Let's see if we can get that tip a little bit better. And we only sharpen this one side. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side and see if that helps with that tip. Not taking apart, not worrying about a rod line. The rod line is so messed up at this point. There's no coming back. but it's a 35-degree angle. These should be sharp in about 45. Don't want to take too much off of that tip because and then I'm back to my same problem. Oh, gee. I'm cutting the burr off. I'm still seeing a little gap at that tip. Is there anything I can take off on this bumper? Not much. Trying to trim that bumper down to bring those tips together. That did a little bit. Let's see how it's cutting hair now. It still pulls right there, that last little bit. Which would hurt if you were cutting the hair in somebody's ear. See, let's make these a 4-inch shear if we've got to. Water. And I'm doing this to round it off. Once more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, at least that discoloration's now gone. Let's see if that cuts hair now without pulling. Teeny tiny pull. Let's get it all the way out. Now, there's a smell when it starts overheating. At that point, you definitely want to. You can smell it before they turn blue. Not everybody can smell it. It's a ozone kind of a smell, maybe. It's sort of the smell that you smell outside just before a thunderstorm. One of those smells that's like, oh, you better get inside now. No pull at all. It's good. Are these like new? These can't be like new, not unless I can grow metal, and which I can't do. But they do cut hair, and they would work maybe for a kid's cut where you didn't want anything too sharp. You wanted something kind of blunt where no one got hurt. Or let's say you're cutting in your ear or nose, maybe. Mustache shears. I could use these on my husband's goatee. But I'm sending these back, and that's as good as I get. I'd like to know from Henry whether this was his sharpening or someone else in the area, and what's the story behind it. If you send me shears to sharpen and fix, especially if there's something like this, send me the story. I like that. Okay, you can send these back. What's your shirt say over it? Everything.
That's my asterisk.
Oh, that's your asterisk. If you call here and talk to Misty, ask her about the story about the asterisk. She now has an asterisk next to her name. Most of your sharpening is not like this, believe me. If you're looking at getting into sharpening, this is not what you're normally going to see. This is a challenge. Most of your sharpening is going to be quick. I've got probably, 30 shears for Jay to sharpen in here tomorrow. And he'll whip right through them probably half a day, if that. But this is, if you subscribe and follow the channel, you'll see a lot of other videos like this. I never know how to end these things.
As the kids go, force.
Like, what's this, what they do?
Force.
Force.
I don't, fours.
Force.
Fours. I don't know what fours mean.
What does force mean?